The time has come. I am taking on the most dangerous of all ranking videos in the horror world. I'm going to be ranking all of the Halloween franchise. So buckle up, people, because you're gonna hate every single moment of this video. Coming in at number 13 is Halloween 5. One thing that you're going to learn really quick about me is if you continue to watch my videos, I hate boring movies. And this movie is boring AF. Coming in at number 12 is Halloween Resurrection. This movie is so dumb. I don't understand how the studio even allowed this to happen. The 90s through the early 2000s were wild for horror, and they let through some of the dumbest stuff. Coming in at number 11 is Halloween 2. And I know what you're thinking. This movie doesn't belong this low on the list. Well, guess what? It is this low on the list. This film does nothing to help push forward the story that was told in the first film. It's the film that establishes the blood relation between Laurie and Michael. And then there's a scene where a random guy just ends up getting killed in the middle of the road. And everybody around's just like, oh, that's crazy, bro. I don't know. I did not enjoy this film very much. Now, the thing about the Halloween movies is I actually like almost all of them. Those first three are really the only ones that I just don't care for. So, coming in at number 10 is Halloween H2O. I really do enjoy this film. It is a lot of fun, but it's just not on the same level as the films that are above it. But this is a fun Halloween movie to watch. Coming in at number 9 is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. This movie would have probably been way higher on my list if we didn't have the weird visuals of Laurie's mom with the horse. Everything else about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is really good to me. I loved most of this movie, but every time that would happen, it just like completely shut me off. Like I just didn't want to be involved in the movie anymore. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. And we have at number 8, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. This movie is extremely weird and just ridiculous. You have two different cuts of this film that make it very different, and they're both strange. But then you also have the beginning of Paul Rudd's career, which is awesome to see. As weird as this movie is, I actually kind of enjoy this movie. It's not amazing, but it is fun to watch. All right. And at number 7 is Halloween 4. I actually really, really enjoy this movie. And then you have the setup with this little girl possibly being the next evil to come. I found that to be extremely intriguing. Yeah, this movie's great. Coming in at number 6 is the oddball Halloween 3. It's really a shame that it took so long for this movie to get any kind of recognition. It is a very good film, but it's unique enough to be an absolute classic. Absolutely a fantastic film. And at number 5, we have Halloween Ends. I know a lot of people just did not care for this movie, but I absolutely loved it. Especially all the kills in this movie. The brutality, the chaos, the insanity that exists in this film. There's just so much to love, in my opinion, for this movie. Now, in my humble opinion, I never cared about Laurie and Michael having their final bout. Didn't care at all. What I would have loved to have seen is Corey. Spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, that's crazy, but spoilers. What I would have loved to see is Corey finding just the dead body of Michael Myers, getting the mask, and becoming the all-new evil. That would have been absolutely perfect to me. That could have put this movie at my number 1. And at number 4 is Halloween Kills. Yet again, a lot of people do not care for this movie, but I love it. I love the entire hospital scene where the crowd's going into a frenzy. I love all the kills in this movie. I love when all the people that were around back in the day, are going hunting for Michael and actually making it feel like a real hunt, even though they ultimately fail. It's fantastic. If you thought you were mad at me before, at any point during this ranking video, this moment right here, this is the moment that you're gonna hate me. Coming in at number 3 is the original Halloween. This is an absolute classic, but with all things, there is advancement. There is evolution. And if you've been paying attention, you know what the other two left are. And you're sitting there fuming, hating every moment of this video. Well, I don't care. The original Halloween is in all regards an absolute classic and a masterpiece. But as things advance and they evolve, we move on and we do something different. We do something better. Coming in at number 2 is Rob Zombie's Halloween. I love the brutality in this movie. And a lot of people talk about how they've never seen dysfunctional families that exist that are in this movie. These types of people, the awfulness in these kinds of people. Well, let me tell you, I'm from Arkansas, and I grew up around people like this. These are the kind of people that I saw as a child. But I would go stay the night at a friend's, and these are the exact kind of conversations that their families would have. So this is realistic to me. These types of people are extremely realistic. They do exist. And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. This is how a psychopath develops. This is how a serial killer becomes what it is. I love seeing Michael as a child being brutal, killing as a child. I love seeing him in the hospital slowly losing his mind. This movie is just absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And if you've been paying attention, you already know. But my number 1 most favorite Halloween film is Halloween from 2018. From the very beginning of this movie to the very end, I loved every second. This is one of my favorite slasher films ever to be made. I've watched it probably 20 times, and I still love it. Whenever it comes to a block of films from this franchise, this newest trilogy is where it's at. It's where it's at, and it's why you're going to hate me. And I understand, because most of you can't stand, or you have very judgmental opinions about the new trilogy, and I get it. I understand. I know that you like your old stuff. You like things to stay how they are. You don't want change. You don't want new. You don't think that new is a good thing. Well, I do. And Halloween 2018, you are, in my opinion, the best of the best. You're right up there with all the rest. And that's it for my video today, guys. I know that a lot of people are not going to enjoy what I had to say about this, and that's okay with me. If you didn't, just leave a dislike. I get it. I'm going to get probably a lot of dislikes on this video. I did on my Friday the 13th one too. That's okay. But leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings about all this. And if you want to argue some more, if you want to argue with me all day, every day, I'm cool with it. Just hit that subscribe button. We can do that, man. Hit that little notification over there, and we can do that too, man. It's all fun. It's all games. It's everything both of us love. We both love horror movies. You just love yours, and I love mine. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this, please, please, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.